Alright guys, so today we'll be having a little bit of a chat about this map, the Battle of Daeyan's Fort. I've already done the non-spoiler review, and this time we'll be going a little bit more in depth with it. Let's just get some vision. Alright, here we go. Okay, what do we have? First thing I want to kind of talk about is that we have 6 players in the game, and each start is actually quite original, yeah? So if we have a look at Red, he's got kind of what you would call the richest start. So he's got this area here and this area here. This is very easy to open. You have the red tent here, which is unguarded, by the way. So you're gonna have to open this one pretty soon. Alright. Same thing about this. The green tent is here, and you'll be easily opening this area up as well. So this is the good bits about red here. We got an observatory. As I was saying, all of them are quite different. So for example, if you're gonna play teal, what's the good bits about teal? Well, first he's got one gold mine here, one gold mine here, and another gold mine here. At the same time, he's got access to this town quite early, this town quite early, and he might even get this town. Now, this town, I'm not gonna consider it as being kind of teal's town, because it is a little bit contested from anybody, right? Anybody coming through the gate, this gate, which is a center gate, or anybody coming here. Yeah. Anybody can take this down basically, so it's not necessarily teals. But as far as the difference goes between red and teal, is that teal indeed has access to more towns. If, let's say, teal kinda comes all the way here and he realizes, oh, this is we found red, and he manages to kind of push him back a little bit, he might actually get access, like sneakily get access to this town. There's not much stopping him, right? Like he's gonna just follow the road, boom boom boom, oh there's a gold mine, oh follow the road, boom, another town. This other town, obviously he's gonna get quick, and very fast into the game you've got a player who's got 2-3 gold mines plus 3 towns against your 1. That of course means you've been kind of slacking, because given that you've got all these going on, you will have a much more powerful one hero, let's say, and probably a very developed main town, because there's a lot of resources and there's nothing else where you can really put these all resources into. So you're gonna have a very strong center here, yeah? If you want to play tall, I'm gonna call it tall, right? I don't know if this is a term in Heroes, we're gonna start calling it like that. So if you want to kind of play tall, kind of play your one town, maybe get one good hero, red is the player to go for. Whereas if you want to play as teal, you might be a bit more inclined to be playing a little wide, right? You have a town here, you have a town here, you have a town here, and you got all the mines, as I was saying. Everything is very accessible, but we'll be talking about that a bit later. Okay, let's talk purple. Purple is it's an interesting start as well. If you want to go for purple, I don't actually mind it. I think he's a bit in between, right? He's got a few areas himself, so he's got his tier 7 here. I don't know if he's got a tier 6 anywhere. I don't think he does, but he does have his tier 7, and he does have a little area here. He's got quite a few things to go for as well. And most importantly, he's got 3 towns, and this area is only his, right? Well, excluding the fact that he could be attacked from the underworld, this area is his. Now, why he shouldn't necessarily worry about being attacked very quickly, right? One, the opponents can come only through here. This means everybody meets in the center, and somebody will choose to come here. Why would they come here? Yeah, let's talk about it. I don't think anybody would come here. Why? There's a town here you could take for this side. plus whatever's going on here. And also in this area we've got a library, we got a bunch of things as well. So why would you come here where there's what? A war machine, an altar of sacrifice, temple, a sanctuary, and you have to go through all this way without a road. I don't think you would be more inclined to come to purple than you would be to come towards teal or towards blue. So I believe purple is a safe bet. Also, another thing I want to say is that we've got orange and we've got pink. If you want to attack purple, you will have to come to this gate or this gate, right? Why would you come here? You are more likely to be able to follow your path here, both for orange or for pink. Yeah, get these towns, and you'll end up in the center, and the center will get you here in this area. And again, why would you come here and fight purple where you can have an easy town here or an easy town here, or a library, or just attack somewhere around here? It seems where you have roads, right? Because you got roads here. So I think purple can be a very nice go for if you want to kind of sit back a little bit, build up, you know, just do your own thing, that kind of play. I think purple would be a very good choice. Next we'll be talking about is blue. Right, blue is different. He's a bit like teal. Why am I saying that? He's got this rough terrain, swamps, sorry, not rough terrain. So he's in swamps. Now if you play blue, and given that it's swamps, I'd go for fortress or for cove, right? Why not have basically this whole area, instead of fighting against you, to be fighting for you, right? You will be the only one kind of easily moving through this area. So I don't know, I'd just go for it. I feel like it feels natural to go for something like that. If you go for something else, you can see how you might have a bit of trouble kind of going through some of these areas. It's gonna be annoying. At the same time, blue's got the biggest area to go for. There's a lot going on in his side of the map. He's a bit in between the, let's say, red and purple player, because he can kind of play tall, because he's got some good artifacts going around here. Yeah, he's got that area, then he's got another area, I think, yes, here. He's got some good artifacts. Where are they? Here and here. So blue can kind of play tall, but can also kind of play wide. He's got quite some towns going on as well. I don't know if he's got many gold mines. He probably does not. He's got one here, and maybe, I think there's another one maybe here somewhere, maybe not. Okay, there isn't. Also, he's got a library on his side, so he will find that pretty quickly. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say about blue. If we take a look towards our guys here, I wouldn't go for orange. First of all, they don't have roads, so that's gonna be annoying. When you don't have roads and the other players do have roads, you might kind of fall behind a little bit. One good thing about it is that you're probably gonna end up being a little bit more isolated, right, than the other players. They're gonna tend to fight each other. They're gonna meet up here in the center, and a lot of the fighting will be going on around this area here. Oops. Given that, I think it could be very interesting for you to just kind of demolish your opponent and then kind of play slowly from there. That can also be an interesting way to go about things, a bit in the way purple would do it, although not the same, because they just have less. They just have less, right? What pink does have, and I think the story kind of goes about this as well, like it kind of gives you hints. They got Utopia, right? So you got Utopia, you got all these artifacts here for free. Yeah, if I recall correctly, I did read something where you are being warned about the pink player, and it does make sense now that I look at the map. Like, they've got all these artifacts for free. They've got an utopia. They could very well end up strong, right? Very strong, especially if they take out orange, and if nobody really takes that much interest in the underworld, which they might not, because again, there are no roads and there's so many things going around in here. So why not, right? Just fight for the surface and leave the underworld by themselves until you've got time to deal with it, right? That's kind of what my plan was. So I can totally see the pink player having a good game. Yeah. If you want to play underworld, go for pink. Don't go for orange. Orange is not special. What else can I say? Okay, next point we want to talk about, yeah, accessibility. Let's talk about that. So as I said, given that there's plenty roads everywhere and everything is very open, everything is accessible, my friend. So if you're playing red and you take down this, which you will, because you just have to follow the road for it, you will fight this in your first day, second day, very fast. It's just a tier 2 and it's, as you can see, 10 to 19. So you can easily take this one out. I think you might not even have to fight for it sometimes because they're just too weak and they will flee. After that, nothing is really stopping you. We can see if you're coming this way, there's nothing stopping you all the way to the teal player. If you're coming on this side, there's again nothing stopping you until you get towards this area. You even get this tent. So you get not only this tent and this tent, pretty much for free as red. And as we can tell, that's a significant amount of stuff going on. So everything is open, everything is free. There's plenty of observatories going around the map, so that's gonna help you as well. Terrain, there's just this area that's got some rough terrain and it's got roads, so you don't care. And it's also got, we got the swamps here, which also have roads, so you don't really care once you get to this area. So I'd say it's pretty easy in terms of that. Given that, because of everything that I just mentioned, it ends up being quite of a fast-paced map, right? Plenty towns, plenty gold mines. Take teal for example. Let's say you're kind of slacking around and you do whatever you do. Maybe you don't care about going for this so quickly. I don't know, maybe you're playing, I don't know, Conflux, right? And if you're playing Conflux, you may not be able to get the Phoenixes from the get-go. They might be a bit strong or whatever happens. All of a sudden you're met with Teal, who might have this gold mine. He gets this gold mine for free, and he's got another mine here. He might sneakily take this town and this town. So he's got 3 towns and 3 gold mines to your 1. So yeah, you might have the better hero, because you've probably managed to open this up, at least. No, sorry, this one. And you probably will end up opening this one as well. So yeah, you do have a stronger hero, and you do have probably everything built in your town. But there's only 1 town, right? That's all you got. So you could say it's a different start, but it can be balanced. Yeah. Underworld, maybe not as fast-paced, but still rather fast-paced. So you got gold mines, you've got pretty much everything you need. I think there is... yeah, you have all the mines that you need. So there's a little mine everywhere, so you're gonna have enough resources to go about whatever you like. That's interesting. Some good amount of artifacts in the underworld as well, especially if you got these ones for free and you get the Utopia, which is the only one on the map. I can see Pink having a very nice playthrough as well. What else would be there to say? Is the rich map? Is the poor map? Yeah, it's a rich map, guys. It's a very rich map. You get so many things right under your nose. I think going for exploring as much as possible if you're playing on the surface is a great idea. If you're playing Underworld, you might as well just want to get one very strong hero, equip him with the Utopia items, equip him with whatever you get, and just go from there. Everything is open to you, and there's many things. All right. In my playthrough, I managed to get this area. I got this area. I also stole this area because I had some. Yeah. Oh, we got the earth here. This is not always an earth magic tome. This is just an artifact. Obviously, the tome of earth is way better. I had the boots of levitation, which are usually pretty bad, but it did allow me to cross this little river section here, and I ended up stealing this whole area for free. So pretty cool, right? Also, you have a few quests. The Seer Hut here, if I remember correctly, gives you XP. That's always good to have. Which one would be the richest area? In terms of riches, I'd say red has it best. Then it's probably blue. Blue's got a lot going on, but his is not as accessible. So red has everything under his nose, basically. You get this outpost and then you see everything, right? You have everything right here. Blue kind of has to fight for it a little bit. There's a little bit here. He's got the swamps to go through or something here. Then he has to go all the way down here. And this is where he gets some more things. So yeah, red and blue are probably the richest areas. Now when it comes to purple, I think this is the most compact area. One, nobody's gonna mess with you for a long time because everybody is gonna be playing around the center here, and you probably are not gonna be targeted. Why am I saying that? Well, if you go through this Greenway monolith, where do you want to kind of land, right? You're gonna check everything and you're gonna end up seeing, oh, there's a town here I can take. There's a library here I can take. If you went through the under gates here, you might even have scouted this somehow. Yeah, it's just a lot more incentivized to stay on blue's side or either on this side of the map. If you come here, what you get? You get the altar of sacrifice, which is probably not gonna be useful to you, at least not until very late in the game. You get the war machine factory, which is rarely useful. You get the temple and the sanctuary, and then you have to go all the way here or all the way here without any roads, whereas these sides do have roads straight close to the portal, so you're probably not going to be attacked. Also, you're not going to be attacked from the underground as well, because orange and pink will most likely not go for this gate or for these gates too soon. I don't think they will. They're probably gonna end up in the middle, then they're gonna find themselves around this area, and they will be taking this, and then maybe that. Given that situation, I think you will be very fine as purple to be playing it for the long game, for the late game, right? What else I want to say? Okay, let's talk a little bit about strategies, how you would kind of go about playing this map. Well, if you play red, the easiest thing to do, and what the map kind of wants you to do as well, I'll just show it. It's very easy. So let's go for some Black Knights. So you're gonna take your mine. You're gonna end up taking your mine. As we can see, you can take it from the first day. I probably didn't even need to put the code, to be honest. These 3 automatons probably were enough. And then you come here, right? You see an artifact there, so you may wanna go that direction. But if you're smart and you get 2 heroes in this area, you can have one go this way, one go that way. So let's say you go here, 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 right? And soon enough we have the observatory. It's 3rd day. We don't even have a fast hero, right? We don't have logistics. We have armadillos which have speed 4, and it's barely day 4, by day 3. We already see our tier 7 here, and we see an artifact, and we see all that. We do have the tent is right here. You likely scouted it for it when you went to get the wood, and when you got your ore mine, right? You probably saw the tent, you got the tent. You will want to grab this as soon as possible. Okay, I think that's the best way to kind of play this map. If you're playing red, if you're playing, what else would you like to play? I mean, you could play blue. Blue is kind of freestyling it, right? Blue can do whatever he wants. He can get a few towns, or he gets to play a bit of a tall kind of game. He got a bunch of artifacts here, a bunch of artifacts here. He's got this area here, so there's a lot blue can do. His area is probably the biggest, right? It looks like his area is like what, twice or 3 times maybe as big as purple's. So I can see him do very well if he's left alone for too long. Purple would be very nice to play. I think purple can get away basically with playing a very slow kind of game. He's got some artifacts, he will be left alone for a long time, and he can kind of control the pace a little bit because of that. He will get his 3 castles, and he's not gonna have to fight for it too much, right? Because if you're red and you get your... Well, first of all, you have to fight teal very early on into the game. If teal is having a pretty decent game, you might have to spend some time with that. Also, the next towns you're gonna get are kind of here. You will end up on this area pretty early because you're gonna follow the road, and here is steel, so you're kind of gonna be stopped around here a little bit. You will end up here, and for this town you will have to fight, right? You have everybody coming in here, and you'll have to fight a lot. Whereas for purple, you will get your towns, get these, and anytime somebody's coming in, you see him. He's here. Oh, he went this way, so I know he's gonna pop here, or he went here, right? He's gonna pump close to my main town. Nothing is very far away. Like, let's say you're here, in 2 days on the road, you can very well be in your main town. So it shouldn't be a problem, especially if you get a bit of vision around the gates. You can see any attack coming. So if you're a bit of a newer player, I recommend playing purple. If you want to kind of play slow, I don't know, play, let's say, some late game tower play with Titans and Solmir, or I don't know, some Archangel kind of play. Yeah, I think purple is the way to go. Another interesting start would be pink. Pink would be playing it. Now, why is pink different than orange? Well, it's because this bit here. So he gets 4 artifacts for free, right? These are random artifacts, and he gets the Utopia. So as far as playing tall, he might have the biggest potential simply because of this Utopia, right? He can have a lot of stuff here. I think pink, if you're a bit more advanced, could be pretty cool. Why am I saying a bit more advanced? Well, you don't have roads. Because you don't have roads, you may develop yourself a bit more slower. And also, in the entire underworld, there are only 5-6 towns, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 towns. And you could be attacked through 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 gates, 5 gates, 6 gates. So there are 6 gates through which the opponent can come, and there's only 5 towns. So basically, if you're playing pink, you kind of want to take it slow. You kind of want to go for the late game. Basically abuse this utopia. Yeah, get as much out of this artifact as possible. Beat up orange. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to beat up orange. He's got nothing. He's gonna have just as slow of a play as you, but he doesn't get 4 free artifacts, and he doesn't get the utopia. So you have a distinct advantage against orange. If you wanna play a bit more hardcore, then go for orange. If you're feeling very confident in your ability, I think orange has the worst hand out of the bunch, right? Okay, so in order, I think either red or pink have it the best. Maybe blue. Blue he's got a lot of stuff to do, but I don't think it's such a strong start. I think blue is a good start if you're playing slow. Whereas if you're playing fast, I think red has the best start. And if you're playing for the late game, I think probably pink has the best start. Because utopias are cool, as we all know. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I really enjoy this map. The creator really put a lot of effort into this map. If you do kind of care about reading the descriptions and the messages and the events that you get, you do kind of get hints, right? So you kind of know that pink is the one that's gonna give you trouble. It kind of tells you that blue is doing whatever he's doing, so you know that. You know kind of who are the big boys. And it's pretty engaging, to be honest. I like that. I like when you get a pop event and they're like, oh, this faction joined the war and they're gonna do X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I'd say this map was an A tier for sure. Solid A tier. Okay, anything else to say? Yeah, the 3 bodies of water can only be traversed through this portal or through this undergate. So that's it. There's no other way to do it. I don't even know where the grail is, and I didn't get the time to get it, and I also didn't need it. There are not that many obelisks. I think there are like 7 obelisks maybe throughout the map. Yeah, nothing else to say. Really enjoy this map. I hope you guys will as well, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good one.